In this video, I'm going to be building the best possible team for under 2 million MT in NBA 2K23 My Team. At the starting point guard position, we're going to go for the Galaxy Bull. Now, of course, this is going to be one of the best teams you guys can build in My Team. And if you guys have this much MT to spend on a squad, obviously you're going to be able to build a really good team. But looking at the first point guard, our first card here on the squad is going to be our point guard Don Ol. He's a point guard shooting guard, 6'3" with a 6'8" wingspan. I do also want to mention, because I know I do get a couple comments about this, some people say like on these more expensive team builders, like I don't have enough MT to buy the team, and obviously that does make sense. So if you guys want to check out my other videos on the best 100,000 MT team, 250k, 500, I have basically for every single price point in the game a team on what is the best for that price range. So if you guys want to go scroll through the channel, you can obviously find those videos as well. But this is going to be for people who do have a lot of MT, or you guys maybe just want to see what is the best possible team you guys can build for 2 million MT. So Donald, like I said, is going to be our starting point guard. I do believe he's the best point guard in the game. If you don't have him number one, he's probably somewhere in your top three, and for only about 125,000 MT, going to be a really good starting point guard. Now for our starting shooting guard, this is probably going to be the cheapest player on the team, and we're going to go for the Diamond Luol Deng. Now I wanted to go for Terry Dischinger and even Kobe Bryant as well, but to actually afford this squad, we have to go with a guy like Luol Deng. But I do think he's actually really nice next to a guy like Don Ol, because Don Ol's a little bit undersized, only being a 6'3" point guard. So having a 6'9" shooting guard who's a great defender is actually really nice to have. And Luol Deng is still one of the best shooting guards in the game. He's got a 96 steal, 96 lateral quickness, 95 perimeter, 93 ball, 90 mid-range. He's got a pretty good jump shot as well. It's on quick timing, so super fast jump shot. And then he does have the MJ dribble style and the Donovan Mitchell size up, so the car can move really well, knock down three balls at a very high level, and play some very elite defense. If you want to go for Pink Diamond Iguodala, he's about the same price tag as Luol Deng. You could definitely do that as well, but for me, I do think Deng is just a little bit better. Now for our starting small forward position, we're going to go for one of the best small forwards in the game, at least auctionable wise, and that is going to be Galaxy Zion Williamson. I mean, honestly, he could be comparable to a guy like Tim Thomas. Is he better than Tim Thomas? I don't think so, but I think it's a very close debate because Zion's a small forward, 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan. I mean, his stats are just as good as Tim Thomas's, maybe even a little bit better. Badges wise, he's got Hall of Fame clamp breaker, quick first step. He's got Hall of Fame anchor, brick wall, post lockdown, rebound chaser. I mean, his stats are damn near perfect. And then you look at the animations. He's got the O-shape reset base, which is on Bob Nedelecki as well. So he's got a great jump shot. It's on quick timing as well, so super fast jump shot. He's got the normal leaner, which is really nice. And then dribble sigs wise, he's got that Steve Francis size up, which also Tim Thomas has, which makes Tim Thomas's movement really good. So it's going to be on Zion as well. So I mean, this card can move at a very high level. He's obviously going to be one of the best rim runners in the game, having 99 driving dunk, 95 standing dunk. So is it crazy to say that this card is better than Tim Thomas? No, I do think it's a close debate. I'd still probably take Tim Thomas over him, but for 500,000 MT, he is going to be our starting small forward. And then for the starting power forward on the team, we're going to go for the best power forward, and that is going to be Galaxy Bob Nedelecki. He is going to be fairly expensive, but we got 2 million MT to spend, so obviously, there's going to be some really expensive players on this team. Bob Nedelecki, though, is a power forward, 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan. He's also going to give us some elite defense, 94 block, 94 interior defense, 87 steal, 83 lateral quickness with an 80 perimeter as well. And then we all know Bob Nedelecki is going to be super nice on the offensive end, just like Zion, having the O-shape reset base, a really good base. It's going to be on quick timing, and then he does have the MJ dribble style. So for your power forward, I mean, he plays lockdown defense. He's got so many Hall of Fame defensive badges, including Hall of Fame anchor, box OP, brick wall, chase down artist, menace, pogo stick, post lockdown, rebound chaser, and workhorse as well. And then he's got some really good gold shooting badges, likes of limitless range, guard up, green machine, dead eye, corner specialist, comeback kid, claymore, catch and shoot, and amped as well. So I mean, Bob Nedelecki for me, easily the best power forward in the game for around 350 to 400,000 MT. And then to round off the starting lineup is going to be the best center in the game, and that's going to be Pink Diamond D-Rob. I mean, he's just one of the most complete cards in the game. Yes, he might not be the most outstanding card, but just as a very solid center, 7'1" with a 7'5" wingspan. His price has fluctuated a bit over the past couple days. I would say he's around 200,000 MT though, maybe like 225k, and maybe even upwards of 250,000 MT. So definitely gonna be pretty expensive, but you do get the best center in my team. I think it's definitely worth it, especially when we have 2 million MT to spend on a squad. He gives you great all-around defense. He can pop at the three-point line really well, having one of the best big man jump shots, and all around just the best center in my team. So going to be our starting center on the best 2 million MT squad builder. And then off the bench, guys, I think there's a couple different point guards you could go with. For me though, I'm gonna go for Pink Diamond Penny Hardaway. I think you could also go guys like Shea. You could also go with guys like Magic Johnson. I know a lot of people do like Magic, so for me, it's probably between Penny Hardaway and Magic, just because I do want a taller point guard. I mean, Lonzo is not a bad option as well. I feel like for the backup point guard spot, you want to have a tall point guard because the shooting guard we're running is going to be a little bit undersized and really good offensively. So it's fine to have a taller point guard that can't really do too much on the offensive end. And I do think Penny Hardaway is still the second best point guard. He's 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan. I mean, his stats and badges aren't anything too crazy, but he's just going to be a very good all-around 6'7" point guard. He's got Hall of Fame quick first step, killer combos, hyperdrive dimer, clamp breaker, and ankle breaker as well. He's good at getting to the basket, could dunk the ball, and knock down a three ball at a very high level. So Penny Hardaway going to be our backup point guard for about 175,000 MT, maybe 200,000 MT at most. And then, like I said, guys, for our backup shooting guard is going to be Galaxy Bakazi Russell, and he's going to be a tiny bit undersized, but he is going to bring so much offense off the bench and pretty much be our main ball handler. He's a 6'5" shooting guard with a 6'9" wingspan. I mean, defensively, stats wise, he's actually not that bad. Like 90 steal, 93 lateral quickness, 93 perimeter, while also having a 79 interior defense and an 80 block as well. But I mean, this card offensively is just going to be a better Ricky Davis. He's got a really good jump shot, having that LaMelo Ball base, which is also on Tim Thomas. And the reason why, or one of the reasons why Tim Thomas is one of the best cards in the game is because of that LaMelo Ball base. He's got the Chris Paul dribble style, which is really good for three hunting, and he does have the normal leaner as well. So for me, Kazi Russell probably would go with Terry Dishinger if I had a little bit more MT, but I do think for this squad builder, Kazi Russell going to be the next best option off the bench. And the reason why I'm not doing this, for example, because I do think Kazi is a better shooting guard than Luol Deng, but if I were to do this, we're really not going to have too much defense on the starting lineup, and we're going to be a little bit undersized. But if I swap this, now we have more offense on the bench, and we have, you know, more defense and more height on the starting lineup. But if I was also to flip this, if you look at the bench, right, because our backup small forward is going to be LeBron, now we really don't have a main ball handler, and our offense is going to be really stagnant on the defense or on the bench. So swapping these two shooting guards, even though Kazi Russell is a lot better in my opinion, it's a lot better for the lineup. But like I said, guys, LeBron going to be our backup small forward. I mean, this LeBron card is just very solid. I mean, you can go Cincy Powell as well. For this lineup specifically, I'm gonna go with the Pink Diamond LeBron. But like I said, Cincy Powell is also another really good option. This LeBron card around 175,000 MT, 6'9" at the small forward spot with a 7-foot wingspan, just gives you great all-around play. Good to go into the basket, plays great defense, super fast for the small forward position, 96 speed, 96 acceleration. Hall of Fame posterizer, fearless finisher, bully, Hall of Fame clamp breaker, dimer, quick first step, and Hall of Fame chase zone artist and interceptor. So LeBron, one of my favorite cards used in my team right now, and overall still one of the best small forwards in the game. And then for the backup power forward position, we're going to go for the Galaxy Dolph Shades, who I do believe is the second best power forward in the game, right behind Bob Nedelecki. He's basically just Bob Nedelecki, but a bit worse on the defensive end because they're both a bit undersized at the power forward position. He's got a 7-foot wingspan though. Offensively, they're going to be very similar, having great jump shots, on quick timing, MJ dribble style, and the normal leaner. So they're basically the same card on the offensive end. I mean, honestly, Dolph Shades is probably a little bit better because he does have Hall of Fame catch and shoot, corner specialist, and limitless range. But then defensively, that's where a guy like Bob Nedelecki is a tiny bit better, having more Hall of Fame defensive badges and a little bit better stats as well. But Bob Nedelecki is only like 125,000 MT, maybe 150K at most. So I mean, maybe a little bit more expensive than that. I'd say around 150,000 MT for Dolph Shades, which is going to be really good value compared to Bob Nedelecki being about 400,000 MT. And then guys, to round off the squad, we're going to go for Pink Diamond Hakeem Olajuwon. I think you could go with a guy like Kristaps, but the reason why I don't go with Kristaps is I feel like we would be a little bit, you know, not the best on the defensive end, you know, in our front court, having Kristaps and Dolph Shades. I mean, Dolph's not a bad defender, but Kristaps is a little bit slow. So I feel like having Hakeem just gives us a little bit more defense, and overall still going to be one of the best centers in the game. He's glitch three-point shooting wise, so he can shoot the three ball, play great defense, and is very fast for a center as well. So in my opinion, guys, this is the best possible team you guys can build with 2 million MT. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this squad, and let me know maybe some upgrades and suggestions you guys would have to the squad. But hopefully this video to help you guys out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.